Swooping into our living rooms tonight, 8 p.m. on BBC Two.
Chris and the team are going undercover to bring us all the wildlife treats that the season has to offer. Chris / Little Red Riding Hood in your forest. What have you got for us then, and where are you?
Well, I am down in the New Forest and I'm out in the elements, Alex. I have to tell you, it's blowing a gale. It's very wet and very cold down here, but I wouldn't swap my position for anything. We're very excited about the forthcoming series of Winterwatch because we realise that we need to bring some natural magic into people's lives. So we've had our cameras out already and we've caught up with some favourites, some of those animals that we were watching here in the forest in spring and in autumn, our badgers. And you will remember, of course, that our badger family here is made up of mixed individuals. Some of them are very pale in colour, some of them are typically coloured. But of course this is our first opportunity to see what they get up to in winter. And we're watching them using infrared light, so it's perfectly black from the badger's point of view. We're not interrupting their natural behaviours at all. And already we've seen lots of activity, so if you're fans of badgers, I can guarantee you that there'll be plenty going on down here in the New Forest. But of course we've got our wildlife cameras scattered around the UK, and you'll be pleased to know that we've got some in Wales, in fact on Aberystwyth Pier. Yes, the quaint little picturesque town of Aberystwyth is a perfect place to go and watch starlings in the wintertime. Huge numbers of these birds come over from the continent and they gather to murmurate at dusk. Lots of people turn out to watch them, and then when they finally settle down to roost, they go underneath the pier, and that's where we've got live cameras. So we can watch the starlings arriving, and then we can watch them throughout the course of the night as well, again using that infrared. And I can tell you already we've seen some extraordinary behaviour from these birds throughout the course of the night. Put it this way, it's not a very peaceful affair underneath the pier throughout the course of the night. But of course it's not just about Aberystwyth and the New Forest. Gillian is down in the West Country, Iolo is in Wales, and we've got plenty of other winter wildlife as well from all over the UK. We planned ahead, we feared tougher restrictions and a lockdown, so many of our cameramen were out in advance of that, setting up the cameras, and we'll have live pictures coming from Scotland, from other parts of the UK, and we've been out over the previous few weeks gathering lots of material. So our mission, as I said at the outset, is to bring all of that natural magic into the cosy studio where you and Ronan are enjoying all of that beautiful warmth, and of course all of our viewers' homes too.
Well, it looks like a real treat. I mean, I do wonder though, Chris, whether those badgers know that the one show is in fact a family show.
Yes.
We've had loads of tweets, 50 Shades of Badger, etc, etc.
Bridgerton.
Anyway,
yes.
One of our viewers, while you're on, would like to ask, her name is Jean Smith, and she'd like to ask, is it normal to see large groups of blackbirds in the garden? She says up to 10 regularly visit her garden.
Well, Jean, that's a very good and a very wintry question, because the answer is yes. In wintertime, our resident blackbird population is joined by large numbers that come from continental Europe. They come from places like Denmark, Scandinavia and Germany, where the weather is, believe it or not, much worse than it is here on average. And the ground freezes, and we know that blackbirds like probing for worms, so they come to the UK and they come into our gardens. And Jean, one tip, if you look at those blackbirds closely, those with the orange beaks, the males with the orange beaks, those are the resident UK blackbirds, but if they have a black beak, then that will indicate that they are one of those continental migrants.
There you are, Jean.
Very good.
Thank you very much, Chris. We look forward to tonight. Winterwatch starts 8 o'clock on BBC Two.
Thank you.